And welcome to a new Let's Play project that I've been kicking around. I'm playing Megaman X, in case you couldn't tell. So, basically, recently I've been getting into the Megaman X series. When I was younger, I played Megaman X4, and well, I never beat it. I thought it was a pretty cool game, so I wanted to give the rest of the series a shot, and I've completed Megaman X, and currently I'm playing Megaman X2. And, I figured, why the hell not? Give it a Let's Play. I mean, I know that Mega Man X has been done quite a bit, but what my overreaching goal is to basically do the entire series, up to X6 at least. I'm not exactly keen on X7 and X8, but we'll get to that if I ever get another chance to talk about it. But for now, we're just talking about plain old Mega Man X. Before all those cool and intricate things like air dashing and, well, yeah, air dashing. So, with Mega Man X, well, Mega Man X games in general, rather than just give you the Robot Masters or rather Maverick select screen right away, these games like to start you right off in the action. So, things that are unique to the Mega Man X series is, as we're going to see right here, wall jumping. If you go up to a wall and jump up to it, Mega Man will slide down and you can kick him up the wall. This is basically one of the major mechanics of the series and is incredibly useful since the game is designed around it. Something that isn't unique to it is charging, but I feel that this game is a lot more about charging than the traditional Mega Man games. Since I think they added charging at Mega Man 3, although I'm not sure. But a big part of this game is charging your Mega Buster so you can do more damage. Now, another big mechanic about the X series is something that we don't actually have yet. It's something that's something you have from the get-go right away in any other Mega Man X game, except this one. It's something you need to get later, and we'll talk about it when we actually come to it. Now, as you can see, this first level is pretty easy, as can be expected since the game just throws you right into it. Gets you into the basics of the platforming and the wall kicking. As you can see, as you have seen those bee bus things, whenever you kill them, they drop down the platform, and obviously this is supposed to be your tutorial for wall jumping. Most of the enemies here are pretty weak. They can be taken out easily with charge shots, but also with the regular pea shooter blasts. In fact, some of them are recommended that you take out with the pea shooter, like these cars, because it stuns them for quite a bit. Anywho, we're closing in on the end of this first tutorial level. You know you're getting close to the end when see this giant airship floating above you. Now this airship is fairly benign, but it starts dropping those car robots on you. Once you reach the end of the screen, you have to kill at least 2 of these things, I think. It might be 3, although I'm not sure on that. With that out of the way, this would be the first boss of Mega Man X, Vile. And you'll notice one thing about Vile that's kind of different from any Mega Man game. He does not have a health bar. That is because you cannot beat Vile yet. He is completely impossible to actually defeat at this stage of the game. You can put up a valiant effort, but it'll ultimately culminate to nothing. I'm just trying to do my best to see how much I can hurt him before he inevitably kills me. Although he really doesn't kill you so much as, well, you'll see. It's around this point where he'll start shooting those at you, and once you're hit, X is trapped. Looks like X is pretty much doomed here. However, time for our new friend, Zero. Zero is a character who was introduced in the X series. We don't really know much about him at this point, except he's a friend of X, and he is also very powerful. Zero is trying to be pretty encouraging of X, saying how powerful X has the potential to be. Now he's looking for Sigma's Fortress. While he's doing that, we've got the Mavericks. We have Launch Octopus, Chill Penguin, Flame Mammoth, Boomer Kawanger, Spike Chameleon, Spark Mandrill, Storm Falcon, and Armored Armadillo. Now I'm going to start with the one that most people start with, Chill Penguin. Not only is his level the easiest, he's also probably one of the easiest Robot Masters. As well, his level contains quite possibly the most essential upgrade you need in the game, and it is in fact an upgrade that's mandatory to collect. You cannot skip it. Not that you'd really want to, as after this game it becomes integral to the Mega Man X mechanics, and X will always start with it. I kind of feel that this is the tutorial stage after the tutorial, because it really is probably the easiest of all the stages in X. The enemies are fairly weak, and there isn't really that many elements of difficult platforming. Most of the things can be dispatched with a half-charged shot. These bats are particularly annoying, though. You can only destroy them when they're coming at you straight on, and they can come at you from any angle. Of course, you can later get weapons that will deal with them a bit more easily, but there really isn't any point in using them. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I think those bats only do 1 damage even before you get a certain upgrade. They're easy enough to take out. These wheels are also pretty weak. Can be taken out with 2 shots or a half-charged buster shot. However, they do occasionally like to come in and get cheap hits like that. Now, one thing I'd like to say is, even if you're at full health, get into the habit of picking up health upgrades, and we'll see why later, because there's certain items that benefit from picking up health when you're at full health. Now here is a capsule from Dr. Light. Dr. Light's ultimate hopes for Mega Man X is that he would be able to choose a peaceful path, but unfortunately, the Mavericks kind of threw that plan to hell. So, for Mega Man X to be able to fight, he placed these capsules that contain upgrades for him. This one is particularly important. As soon as Dr. Light says it. This is the leg upgrade, and what it does is it improves X's acceleration system. What that means is once X gets this upgrade, A, his legs won't match the rest of his armor anymore, but B, he will now be able to perform a quick dash, and this is a mechanic that from the rest of the series on became integral and you didn't have to go and collect it. However, there was an upgrade to it that became the more staple for the rest of the series. If you got the leg upgrade, you'd be able to do dashes in the air. However, in Mega Man X, air dashes are not possible. These weird flamingo things are not really threatening. Are they flamingos? I'm not exactly sure what those birds are supposed to be. They're like those wooden ones that you put in the you put over the cups, and they like look like they're sipping from it. I don't know where I'm going with this. This is ride armor. Ride armor, it's kind of cool, although ultimately not useful. I ditch it right there. Basically, ride armor gives you a few free hits. You can punch everything and pretty much one-shot most regular enemies. That's a quick shortcut to get around the section because it's got some fairly annoying platforming. Now this is an annoying section. These stupid things that throw snowballs at you. Whenever they throw them, they always throw them high, and I end up jumping into them. And then they do shit like that too, which is particularly annoying. Although they're fairly benign. It's unlikely they'll be able to kill you. Unless you get particularly unlucky. But with that, we're actually at the end of the level. Now, you may notice a discrepancy here. Suddenly, my health is filled up. Embarrassingly, I actually managed to lose to Chill Penguin. He was a little too close to the wall, and I dropped down, and if you touch a Maverick, that does an insane amount of damage to you. Which is kind of embarrassing, really, because Chill Penguin is otherwise probably the easiest of the Mavericks. His attacks include spitting ice at you, sliding at you, which is easily wall-kicked over. He can make these ice statues, which he can do stuff like that, and try to send them at you. Also, that wind will try to push you into him. You can try shooting the ice statues, but really it's better to just let Chill Penguin himself break them. He'll either slide at you to get through them, or he'll try to do the thing where he calls up the snowstorm, both of which would leave him open. However, he cannot break them with his own ice chunks, oddly. Anyways, he's close to dead. Now, annoyingly, after he gets up from his slide attack, he has a little bit of invincibility, so it is possible for your shots to not do anything. However, he's mostly vulnerable during this whole snowstorm phase. This fight isn't really difficult so much as it is slightly tedious. In Mega Man X, the bosses have certain attack patterns, but what they decide to do is mostly random. Which is weird compared to the regular Mega Man series, where bosses have a completely set pattern. But whatever. As you can see, Chill Penguin's almost dead. Just one more shot, and he's down. When you defeat bosses, they explode in a nice display of fireworks. And like the regular Mega Man series, you get their powers. For defeating Chill Penguin, we get the shotgun ice. A fairly useful weapon in some situations. Anyways, that's all for this part. After you leave a level, you get a password. Until next time, see ya.